Hi, Sandy. It's been about 5 weeks since these two teams played each other last, and you guys played very well when you beat them. As you did your scout for tonight, what's the major difference you noticed in Las Vegas from when you played them back in early July?
Um, no, obviously they're playing better ball now. They weathered the storm, and they're seven of the last 10. I think Asia and Jackie have been way more involved in the offense. I think that's the biggest difference for me. I think Smith has come in and felt comfortable and where they can, put her on the dunker's spot and get some rebounds there. And I think moving Jewel to the bench just gives them a little bit more of a depth coming off the bench and scoring punch with her and Dana Evans.
On the current five players Becky has,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe earlier in trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I suppose when you take, this team's been together a fair bit, but that, when you take out Kelsey and you add in Jewel, they hadn't played together, so just finding the rhythm there. But yeah, I think anytime any team you got new players coming in, it takes time to build chemistry, and I think they've moved a few players around. They were playing small ball there for a while because of necessity, because their lack of bigs with Gustafson out but now Smith comes in and gives them a little bit, more it's the bigs but yeah, I think they're playing they're playing really good ball at the moment, and we've got to come in and make sure that we limit them, especially Asia and Jackie, because they're really involved.
Is Kennedy Burke going to be on any type of minutes restriction tonight?
Yeah, she'll be like 20 minutes. So I imagine she's going to be a little winded in the beginning. So her minutes will be, we'll go by what we see. So, but it's nice to have her back.
Definitely, definitely. There wasn't a lot of defense in the game yesterday. I mean, I know you guys still maybe more defense in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Not actually, but I guess how much?
Jeez. Coach, that was terrible.
How much knowing that you guys were in this having this back-to-back, maybe Vegas presents different challenges than the Sparks do. Was there more of like an emphasis of maybe saving some energy for today's game?
No, I mean, we wanted to win. We played to the zone. I just didn't think we could handle their individual players there and how they exploited us in LA. So the zone, I mean, it wasn't great. We still gave up 97 points, but, we're scoring at a high rate. So it's okay. As long as you win the game, it doesn't matter. In that regard, there's areas we got to get better. We're finding a tough schedule at the moment. We know that. We're short-handed with all our bigs injured. We get one back tonight, so that kind of helps. Yeah, we have to be better tonight. Obviously Asia and Jackie in that two-man game that they're playing. We've got to make sure that our offense helps us on defense, so we're not giving it anything easy in transition, because we are on the back-to-back and we're on 3 and 4 and traveling. Well, probably 5 and 8 now, so it's tough with the schedule that we got. But no excuses. We have to go out there and dig deep and find a way to win.
Hi, Sandy. Both teams have been putting in the effort in this playoff push, but I wanted to know your thoughts on Asia and Sabrina and how they've continued to elevate their leadership and their contributions to women basketball from college to Team USA to now in the WNBA.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Like I said, that we've got so many amazing players in this league, and you talked about in this game, you got Asia, obviously, what she's done in the college and the success that she's had, and Sabrina, and then carried it over to the pro league. I mean, they're just professionals, and they continue to get better every year. Obviously they have their own signature shoes, and they're well known all around the world, not just obviously in America, and that's just paving the ways for the young girls out there to dare to dream, because you can all be one day be a Sabrina or Asia or Jewel or Chelsea or Stewie or JJ. The list goes on, and it's our league's in a good spot at the moment, and it's fun that we're finally get the recognition that these players deserve.
Hi, Callie Finn with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. I heard you mention the schedule a little bit earlier, and I saw Natasha Cloud post about the back-to-back, and she said there has to be a better way. And I'm just kind of wondering, like, as a coach, what's your perspective of maybe the schedule, like this season, league-wide? Like, what kind
Yeah.
of challenges has it presented and things like that?
It's presented a lot of challenges. It's a very condensed schedule. Playing back to back on the road, I think that's really tough. We got in, we had a 12:30 game from Dallas. We got back at 4 a.m. and we played at 12:30 on Sunday, and then we had to fly out here on Monday, and we played last night. We got here at 1:30 last night. So, these players are tired, but they're pros. They know they have to get up to win. We can't make excuses. Everyone's got it, but it is. We've got to find maybe lengthen the league, the season, find gaps in between, because playing 5 games in 8 days. It's a lot, especially with travel on the West Coast. And, we finish with Minnesota after this. So it's a pretty big week for us.
We'll go over to Zoom, starting with Miles.
Oh, hey, Sandy. The last time you played against Vegas was that game where Leia was super aggressive in the first quarter. And we've seen her in the last couple of games kind of take on that role more. What about this matchup, especially with how many guards Vegas deploys, makes her play with that extra level of aggression?
Yeah, look, I was really happy. And obviously, against Minnesota, I didn't think she was as aggressive as we would have liked her. But, credit to Minnesota's defense there. But last night, she really was. We want that from her. That helps. I mean, we want all our guards to be aggressive. But Leia, we want her in the action, attacking closeouts, shooting the threes when she's open without hesitation. We're going to need that tonight. She's a big guard. Now, with Kennedy back, we love her going at the 4. But, keeping her in on the perimeter will be beneficial for us as well. And, as we move forward, we want to continue to make sure that she's staying on her front foot.
Lucas.
Thanks. I just am going to ask about the Aces being the lowest team in the league in terms of shots taken at the rim. I don't know if that surprises you or not, or if that factors into maybe a different way or a specific way that you would like to guard them.
Yeah, look, obviously they've got some great players there. What we've noticed, Asia, she can score from all over the place. She's a great mid-range shooter. She's shooting threes. She can get to the rim as well. But, I think Jewel and Chelsea, we know Chelsea loves the great mid-range. But look, it's us about being in the right spots and what shots do we want to give up and making sure they're all contested. We got to still have a physical presence. We know Chelsea loves to go to that right hand and pull up at the mid-range. So exploiting everything that they want to, their KYP, know your personnel, about what they want to bring. I think that's what we've talked about the most. What do we want to give up?
Thanks.
We'll go to Andrew and then finish with Jeff.
Thank you, Brian. Coach, just want to ask about how you felt your spacing was last night and how you really were able to get the matchups on the Sparks with how, especially Emma was posting up Alamon down low. You really were able to exploit them. So how you felt your spacing was last night going into tonight is what your body.
Look, way better, way better. It's something that we've been in this crazy schedule of a game and we talked, I think we lost some of our habits, running habits and our spacing, especially against Minnesota. We were so on top of each other a little bit. So it's just a reminder about how we wanted to play. So I thought that was one of our better games. Obviously, LA, if they're a great offensive team and defensively, we just moved the ball. We kept our space and got really, great looks for us. We were moving the ball, the 0.5 mentality. We're not a good team when we hold the ball and create, but I thought our spacing was great. I thought our cutting was great. I think Emma had got a lot of points for players, just with the back cuts, the zoom cuts and, the curl cuts, you name it. So, but those respacing, I think that was important for us. But Emma, LA switched a lot, so obviously we're trying to exploit that as much as we could.
Jeff.
Good evening. Sorry, Coach. Good evening. Thank you for taking the time. We talked about a lot about the pressures, a lot about the challenges this schedule presents. But how can this team, a team that has a few new moving pieces, a team that's welcoming players in and out of the lineup again, how can this team take advantage of this compacted schedule with more games?
Oh, well, I suppose what you said, we have players coming in and out. So the more time that you spend together, that's how you learn. We don't have any time with training. So you have to learn by doing, watching film and then do it again and then keep reflecting, resetting, do it again. It gives a little bit more, I suppose, obviously with Emma coming in and with all our injuries, we kind of just threw her into the fire. And I think that's the best thing. You see that she looks like she's been playing with us way longer than the short time she's been with us. And now we get KB back. That's going to be nice because I know the post players will appreciate a little bit of extra rest. And then, hopefully we'll just keep adding the players who we come back and then we have to work out how it all looks together. But that excites us. We like our full roster and hopefully we can finally get healthy because we haven't had it since game 1.
Appreciate your time and insight. Have fun out there tonight.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.